this year as the Major League player who best represents our great game, just as Roberto Clemente did. Today we honor the 2025 winner of this prestigious award.
My father, Roberto Clemente, was more than just a baseball player. He was a force of nature, a true legend who graced the field with unbridled passion and incredible skill. His on-field accomplishments speak for themselves, but beyond the diamond, he was a humanitarian, a man who believed in giving back, lifting others up, and using his platform to make the world a better place. That's why every season, each club nominates a player for the Roberto Clemente Award, presented by Capital One. Tonight, we applaud their remarkable contributions, and it's with immense pride and a full heart that I congratulate this year's winner, the Los Angeles Dodgers' Mookie Betts. Mookie, dedication to making a difference in the
main one.
Now the starting lineup for the Toronto Blue Jays. As chosen by manager John Schneider. Leading off, designated hitter number 4, George Springer. Batting second, left fielder number 38, Nathan Lucas. Batting third, first baseman number 27, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Batting fourth, at second base, number 11, Bo Bichette. Batting fifth, in center field, number 5, Dalton Varsho. Batting sixth, the catcher, number 30, Alejandro Kirk. Batting seventh, right fielder, number 47, Addison Barger. Batting 8th, third baseman, number 22, Ernie Clement. Batting 9th, shortstop, number 0, Andres Jimenez. And the starting pitcher, number 31, Max Scherzer. And now, the starting lineup for your defending world champion Los Angeles Dodgers. As chosen by Dodgers manager, Dave Roberts. Leading off, designated hitter, number 17, Shohei Ohtani. Batting second, the shortstop, number 50, Mookie Betts. Batting third, first baseman, number 5, Freddie Freeman. Batting fourth, behind the plate, number 16, Will Smith. Batting fifth, at third base, number 13, Max Muncy. Batting sixth, right fielder, number 37, Teoscar Hernandez. Batting seventh, second baseman, number 25, Tommy Edman. Batting eighth, in left field, number 8, Kike Hernandez. Batting ninth, center fielder, number 44, Andy Pajes. And on the mound for the Dodgers, number 31, Tyler Glasnow. Fans, let's hear it for your defending world champion, Los Angeles Dodgers. This time we ask that you please rise if you're able and kindly remove your caps for our two nations colors. Presented today by the Los Angeles Fire Department Honor Guard. Fans, please remain standing for the singing of the national anthems of Canada and the United States. First to sing the Canadian national anthem, please welcome multi-platinum, Grammy-nominated Canadian singer-songwriter, J.P. Saxe.
Oh, Canada, our home, our native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Guide, keep our land us and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Now to sing the national anthem of the United States of America, please welcome country music superstar and three-time Grammy Award winner Brad Paisley.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner wave, oh, land of the free and the home of the
Stadium in Los Angeles as this series shifts scenes from the Rogers Center to this baseball cathedral. Game 3 in a best-of-7 that is tied at 1. We welcome you inside. Hope your week's off to a great start. Joe Davis with the Hall of Famer John Smoltz. These teams over the first 2 games of this series have taken turns doing what they do best. In the first game, it was the Blue Jays offense. In the second game, the Dodgers starting pitching, and that matchup is right back in the spotlight here for Game 3. You've got the best hitting team in baseball this year against the guy that's been harder to get a hit against than anybody.
Yeah, there's really not a lot of surprises on the strengths of each ball club. But really what the Dodgers do is they just roll out one stud after another. And for Glasnow, who didn't qualify, if he qualified, he'd even be harder to hit against than Yamamoto, and Yamamoto went 9 and dominated the Blue Jays. Here's what I'm talking about. 177 opponent batting average, and he's been even better when it comes to the postseason. So it's pretty simple. You get a deep start out of the Dodgers starter, and you're probably going to win. But here's one thing to note for tonight. He does walk some players. If they get on base, they got to take advantage. They got to steal.
This Blue Jays offense, this is kind of a theme through this postseason. As good as they've been overall, you're starting to see this big discrepancy in the wins versus the losses. How do they smooth this out?
Well, the biggest thing they do is when they get traffic on, that's when they're dangerous. So the problem is when you get great starting pitching against you, less traffic on the bases. So when they do win, they just bludgeon you. I mean, the stats show it. And when they get those runs, they're going to be hard to beat. Beating a great offensive team is making quality pitches in the strike zone because they're not going to chase much. When they don't do well, that's what the opposing starters have done to them. If the Dodgers continue that, it's going to be tough for the Dodgers.
We got our boys on the field per usual. Let's go down to Ken Rosenthal.
Thanks, Joe. We all know Max Scherzer runs hot. And tonight, as he becomes the first player to pitch for 4 teams in the World Series, he probably can expect to hear it from fans who recall when the Dodgers were eliminated in 2021 and Scherzer declined to pitch because he had a tired arm. Scherzer, though, thrives off such energy. Before his first career playoff start in 2011 at Yankee Stadium, people told him to calm down. Scherzer, that is not how Mad Max rolls. Now over to Tom Verducci.
Well, thanks, Ken. Tyler Glasnow throws the curveball that drops like a roller coaster, almost 5 feet, the second biggest drop in baseball. Well, keep your hands inside the car and close that safety bar because you're likely to see a lot of spin tonight. The Dodgers threw only 38% fastballs in games 1 and 2, prompting Blue Jays manager John Schneider to say, we need to make an adjustment and hit some hangers. Tyler Glasnow has not allowed a home run on his last 575 curveballs. Joe, it is time to buckle up.
It is time for Game 3. It's the Dodgers and the Blue Jays. This best-of-7 has become a best-of-5. And in the City of Stars, we got a series with 73 All-Star selections. These 2 teams combined. 9 Cy Youngs, 6 MVPs. But you know there's only one piece of hardware they're concerned about right now. Dodgers and Blue Jays fighting for the World Series. We've got the first pitch of Game 3 coming up on Fox.
heroes and villains, twists and turns. But sometimes what really shakes up the story is a new stage, a change in scenery. Tonight, the most compelling drama in sports now lives in the City of Angels. And with it, perhaps, a shift. Suddenly, a best of 7 is a best of 5. The next act of the drama is set to begin. It's the Fall Classic. The Toronto Blue Jays and the Los Angeles Dodgers. Game 3 of the World Series starts now on Fox.
Welcome to a play-by-play guy's worst nightmare, having to follow Morgan Freeman, whose new film, Now You See Me, Now You Don't, is in theaters on November 14th. Beautiful Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles. 70 degrees, ready for first pitch. Dodgers looking for back-to-back titles. In a stadium that is ready to host its 30th World Series game. Only Fenway Park among still standing ballparks has hosted more. By the time this week is finished, they'll be within one game of what Fenway Park has done in the Fall Classic. 11-4 Blue Jays in Game 1, 5-1 Dodgers in Game 2. When the series is tied at 1, the Game 3 winner goes on to win the series 70% of the time. And the Dodgers will put the ball in the hand of Tyler Glasnow. They got this dominant starting rotation. He's got the most eye-popping power stuff of the bunch.
He does. 6'8", downhill with the power fastball, curveball, slider, and I think that sinker will come into play as well, as he will throw those 4 pitches. But he gets downhill, he creates that illusion of that fastball up, and then the breaking ball right off of it is tough to hit.
The lineup that'll face off with here in Game 3 will look like this. George Springer leads things off. You already heard the boos from this Dodger Stadium crowd when he was introduced. Nathan Lucas bats second. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. out of the 3 spot looks to continue his huge postseason. Bichette is back in there after coming off of the bench in Game 2. Barger, Clement, and Jimenez round things out for Toronto. Scored 11 runs in Game 1, just 1 in Game 2. They didn't have a base runner after the 3rd inning. And this offense that has been very up and down tries to get things kick-started again. I know you've talked about umpires being important in this matchup. Mark Wegner is a very hitter-friendly plate umpire.
Yeah, not so great for the pitchers, because the top of the zone is going to be the theme for each pitcher. They like to throw their fastball up and work off of that. And I think for the Toronto Blue Jays, if they take their walks, they'll have a chance to compete against a pitcher who just doesn't give up many hits.
Well, there's been a lot of talk about George Springer making his return to Dodger Stadium. Of course, he is a hero in Toronto, but he is a villain here in Los Angeles. The 17 Astros World Series marred by the sign-stealing scandal. He was one of the faces of that as the MVP. 3 of his 5 home runs came here at Dodger Stadium. No player has ever homered in 4 consecutive games in the World Series in a single ballpark. This is in 2017. And 5 of the 23 that he's hit in the postseason, that is 3rd all-time. Manny Ramirez, his 17 teammate Jose Altuve, and then George Springer, who has been awesome for these Blue Jays this postseason.
Well, the biggest thing he's going to be facing, I would think, is that first pitch fastball up. He dominates right-handers this year, and he's really good middle to top of the zone. So great challenge for each pitcher in the first inning with the top of the lineup.
Yeah, and the Dodger Stadium crowd lets them know they have not forgotten. .460 with a home run against Tyler Glasnow in his career. Series tied at 1. Off we go in Game 3. With a breaking pitch and a strike.
That's respect for exactly what I just said. The fact that he can throw that breaking ball for a strike, don't expect that to continue, because he wants them chasing that breaking ball top to bottom below the zone.
Throws another. It's respect, and it's been the plan for the Dodgers throughout this series. As Tom Verducci was talking about, the Dodgers have only thrown 40% fastballs. Interesting to see. Tyler Glasnow typically loves his fastballs. Does he shift? His 1-1 to Springer is a fastball that's hit foul, and it's 1-2.
Well, because we'll be able to show you where the ball comes out of his hand and where his front foot lands. It's so far downhill. One of the longest extensions. The hitters don't have that much time because they talk all the time about perceived velocity. Well, when you have extension like that, you have real less time.
He blazes a fastball by him to strike him out with 98. That with that extension feels like 101.
Exactly. And he's going to be very, very energized with what, 11 days off, I think, and that's going to add to the fastball. And early on, this extension right here, look where he's stepping. 7'4", somewhere in that range of extension, which is about a hitter's nightmare.
Freak of an athlete. Tyler Glasnow comes home to Nathan Lucas. First pitch fastball, fly down the line. Hernandez is over, tiptoeing near the sidewall. He's got room. 6 feet 8 inches. Hitters say that it feels like he's releasing the ball right in front of their face.
Yeah, and this is all out of the stretch. So 7'6". I short-changed him 2 inches there, and you see where Max Scherzer is going to be a little bit different because of his release point. But you get downhill on that. The one good thing when you pitch against a guy like Glasnow is you don't have to worry about his landing spot because you're not getting there.
That's true, right? You dig your hole.
You dig your own.
How about this matchup here? It's the power stuff of Glasnow against as locked in of a hitter as there is.
Yeah, the harder you throw, really the easier it is for Guerrero. He's not a max swing effort guy where he's going to launch up and swing up. He's going to make contact, hit line drives, and hard contact.
As Vlad goes, so go the Blue Jays. Chops this one foul. And here's his look. It's Tyler Glasnow.
I mean, it's just so far out there, and at 6'8", you have a leverage to be able to do that because you've got longer legs. But
brings the 1-1 to Guerrero. It's popped to right. Teoscar Hernandez waits on it, and Tyler Glasnow's got an 8-pitch first inning. Dodgers come to bat against Max Scherzer when you come back.